Pokemon up right now with Nelvin versus Tony. What do you think about this? Tony Rocket and Ness versus the Diddy Kong.
I love this matchup.
Really?
Yes, I actually feel like this is a very fun matchup to watch because Diddy Kong has so many excellent tools that further accentuate just the rest of his tools. But I feel like the one fault in his kit, the one true Achilles heel of Diddy Kong, is his movement options, which are so tantalizing to use because they seem to position you so well, position you at any distance you need to microspace. But if you get overzealous with their placings, if you try to get too aggressive with his movement, you leave yourself open.
And also, if you pick Mario, our entire discussion is null and void.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize he picked Mario.
See, I was going to go with, like, Ness could take advantage of that, but Mario can to a certain extent, too. But Mario is also a lot easier to follow the character combos. We're already seeing.
Historically, between the two of these players, Nelvin, oh my God, just calling out that jump on stage with that fair. Tony just playing way more aggressive than I'm used to seeing, and working out very well for him so far. Because Nelvin can be aggro, but he knows how to play passive just enough. And usually with the Ness matchup, he plays until he realizes that he can get that solid punish. Right now, though, he's just smothering Nelvin with a bunch of good active hitboxes. Well, a bunch of good hitboxes from Mario. And I'm pretty surprised at how even this is so far, because Tony doesn't normally pull out the Mario in bracket.
Yeah, he's looking to make it work, though, and it's especially worked, I feel, as I was building over the movement options. He's waiting for Nelvin to make some sort of mistake with his positioning, whether he's coming out of monkey flip, he's doing something wrong with his jumping, he's leaving himself open in the air, and it's what's allowing Tony to take the lead stock-wise, and he even has the banana. Just a little insult to injury.
Yeah, just like as you were breaking that down, he had him, he called out the jump, he called out the bad air dodge, he called out the bad banana, which led to a stock loss. He's been doing a great job of just, like, he went before to wait for a roll read. Like, he's just smothering everything he's doing. Looking like Zenyu a little bit right now, going for some good combo extensions. Not going to fall for that air dodge, wait to go for a spike. But down tilt to fair at the ledge, very smart option. Such abusive tool from Diddy Kong. But he's going to seal out the stock, only taking 54% too, so still very much doable for him in this match.
Certainly, especially while Tony constantly is forcing Nelvin to move from corner to corner. He's keeping him boxed in by the stage, and that upper platform really hasn't come into play throughout this entire match. Nelvin hasn't had a chance to run away to it. Tony hasn't been using it to extend his combos. It's just raw forcing off stage and constant throwing out of options. Yeah,
and he's stuffed out pretty much anytime he's decided to go for monkey flip, anytime he's decided to go for a grab. He has called out his aggression so well, and just playing out patienting Diddy Kong, which is not something you normally see happen a lot in the War of Attrition, but this is working for him very well. And once again, getting the pivot grab and forcing stage position. I'm actually very frightened by Tony's Mario. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's looking legit right now.
Like, this may be a new thing, but this is a very frightening thing that once again, calling them out on a roll and aggressive options. And, oh my God.
Double fireball pressure just continues to build up this pressure.
Yeah, he does need to seal this out pretty soon, though, because if he lets Diddy Kong remain with this rage, he's very close to down tilt to up smash percentage, so he wants to play very safe. He does have banana in hand. Last thing he wants is to get banana into down tilt up smash, because that might actually seal this out. Nice defense on Tony's part, just kind of empty hopping. And also good patience on Nelvin not to overcommit when he realized that he couldn't really get anything. And that time, Nelvin reading that he was going to go for the pivot throw. And Nelvin all of a sudden getting a little bit better in this delayed game here. Is this forward throw going to do it? Okay, going for up throw. Trying to go for a bit of a DI mix up there.
But up air finally killing. With that up air killing, I feel like that's perfectly encapsulating this idea that I've been trying to process throughout this whole thing. This Mario is looking a lot like a Ness. By that I mean, we see Tony going for a lot of these cross-up pivot grabs, something that you normally see a lot of Nesses go for when they want to secure a kill. They get close to the ledge, they force their backs to the wall, and back throw. We're seeing a lot of that from Tony, but without the intention of killing, but building up damage and continuing stage pressure.
That's true. That's a very good way to look at it, too, because like he's been approaching this matchup with the mindset of stage control and dominantly using grabs. Now, Mario already benefits heavily off of getting a lot of grabs, sure, but like that, like you said, he usually, when he plays Ness, he gets a lot of pivot grabs. So it's his fundamentals are working so well because Mario's just such a fundamentally sound character kind of similar to that of Claudio. A lot of people could just pick him up and feel comfortable with him, even if you only play him a few times. But for Tony, just the fact that Mario's whole toolkit kind of exists off of getting grabs, it's been working out very well. But so far, this has been a complete flip of the script, and Nelvin has been just stuffing out everything Tony's decided to go for. He's been a little bit more aggro this time. Like game 1, I felt like there was a lot more passiveness to his game plan.
Right.
But now he's just stuffing out like a majority of what Tony wants to go for.
I feel that in the beginning of Game 1, Nelvin approached this much more defensively because he was looking at it purely as the Diddy Kong Mario matchup. Moving into Game 2, though, I feel Nelvin's realized, yeah, this is Ness in a Mario's body. He's got to handle the matchup as such, and now we see him matching that aggression, and it's really working out for him as he gets the first stock of Game 2.
Yeah, this is properly playing very well to that T. Like you said, he's noticing the big similarities to the way that he plays normally, and it's working out very well for him, and just refusing to let him land right now. Continuing these combo extensions with bananas and up airs. That was like 6 up airs in a row, looking like classic Diddy Kong. And luckily for him, just had enough room to recover with that up B, or we were going to Game 3. Still very much doable for Tony if he can manage to beat out this new aggression that Nelvin has been giving. But this is looking just like Nelvin is feeling himself right now. Just nice combo breakers, repeatedly falling with fair, and putting so much pressure on him. Pretty much everything he's been trying to do.
We're seeing a lot of up airs to contest what Tony's putting out. I feel like another momentum shift in the set could really determine who's going to be going forward. Tony needs to try and block things back a little bit because Nelvin just managed to kick it into a higher gear with this aggression, and it really worked out for him. Moving forward with a pretty convincing 2-stock, I'd say, in that game, too.
Yeah, that was in no way, shape, or form anything like Game 1. Like, Nelvin did everything to properly beat out pretty much any option that Tony decided to go for. He matched him for so many up airs, refused to let him touch the ground. He proper falling fairs to keep the pressure off of him, and big difference, barely got grabbed.
Yes.
By comparison to the first game, Tony had a grab for every single situation he went for, and that time, every time he went for a grab, there was an active hitbox waiting for him. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing how this Game 3 goes, because it's going to be on whoever happens to hold the right mold and readapt to what was working for him.
Now, Tony's still sticking with this Mario, but we've got a little bit of a change of pace with the scenery, moving over to Town and City. And
I like the fact that he stayed with the Mario just because it did work for him Game 1. And even though you lost that Game 2, you did have that smooth Game 1. So you can rekindle that magic if you can find out the proper way to challenge what he's been doing to you.
Right. And, just tuning into the action, you see that the percentages are staying fairly even. Tony trying to stay more trade for trade with Nelvin, just go blow for blow where he can before he can assert stage control, but Nelvin's been controlling the ledge and focusing the battle to the ledge so consistently. I feel like if it keeps up like this, we're looking at a repeat of Game 2.
Yeah, Nelvin's been playing like very similar to the mold of the way that he played that Game 2 there. Even though it was looking pretty good, like about 30 seconds in, where Tony was getting good combo extensions, kind of similar to right now. But Nelvin has just been winning a lot of the situations where they've met up. Like right there, like every time they've both decided to go in neutral, Nelvin has come out on top. But that good TI on his part, not like holding right to try and back off, because that could have sniped out a pretty early stock. But trying to go for a little bit of item play on his own, which he does do pretty well. He does have extensive matchup knowledge against Diddy Kongs. We have enough of them, but unfortunately, it's just being put back off stage. He just cannot get this kill right now.
Yeah, late hit of forward air does allow Tony to get his feet back on the ground, and the roll read with the down smash gets him back to somewhat even. However, 63%, he has to try and go for a bit more, either blow for blow or maybe bait approaches more. I feel like as he's going in for these grabs and whiffing them, it's backfiring heavily on him. As I say that, though, he gets the re-grab on the restand, and things are looking mighty even.
Yeah, just like that, like 2 grabs, and all of a sudden this match is dead, but he took the lead. Like, we're right back to it. Now we're refusing to let Nelvin touch the ground. Unfortunately, he gets that down smash, kind of messes up its timing, but still running with this. And Tony just refusing to let him play. Very good, and not getting tech chased on that banana. I think that could have possibly led to a good positioning for Nelvin to take the stock. Just gets raw F smash, but that's not it yet. Very, very close. What's he going to do about his ledge get up? Unfortunately, out of banana, waits very long, but gets roll red again, and that's going to be it. A very, very solid attempt of a comeback on Tony there, because we were pretty much writing that off for the most part towards the end.
And all of a sudden, it turned itself right back around. If not for Nelvin being able to clutch out that set toward the very end, then that very well could have just been the reverse and Tony taking that.